Hey guys, welcome to South Carolina. So we're here, we're on our way to Florida, and those of you that are watching the news have seen Ian. Ian is like tempting Florida, where am I going to land? So we made the decision to stay here in South Carolina. We're in Fort Mill, South Carolina at a KOA. If you're ever in the area, it's right on 77, literally right off the highway. So you will hear the highway behind us a little bit. Very convenient, easy on off. And if you're going south, you get through Charlotte and you land here. So if you're leaving in the morning, you don't have to deal with the Charlotte weather. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to give you a heads up and let you know what we're doing. We had no interest at all in staying in this in a hurricane. I don't care what category it is. These things are not all that rugged, all that big, all that heavy. Just not all that excited about experiencing a category 3, 4, or 5 hurricane in this thing. Where we're at in Florida, we're in Silver Springs. It's pretty far inland. Depends on which model you look at. Some of them have it going right over Silver Springs. Some have it going across Florida. Some have it staying out on the East Coast. Either way, we're not all that excited of being there during that storm. If we were there, we would probably have hooked onto this and headed north. We're about 8 hours away, so this is a good kind of like bug out location if you got a hurricane down there. Yeah, I think one of the things we like to do is the travel and seeing different things. And I know that it's easy to get sucked into, we haven't had a hurricane here in 100 years. Don't worry about it. But kind of like, why tempt fate? So, I don't know. I just kind of given a little advice. If it was me, I'd probably bug out and find myself a little safer place. And the dog agrees. Spridey's liking the KOA. She says it's a little cold. It's only like 72 here in the shade. She thinks that's kind of bogus. She'd like to see about 80. But yeah, that's where we're at. We stayed in North Carolina, Statesville, North Carolina for about a week and a half. Sue dug for some gems and I had to fly out to a big show in California. But we're making our slow trek back to the Florida homestead, and well, if it's still there come Saturday or Sunday, we hope to get there and start doing some gardens and some stuff like that. Bring you guys along for that. Show you what we can do in Florida. We don't know what we can do in Florida, but we're excited to find out. A few raised beds, some good soil, plant a few things and see what happens. But yeah, it's an interesting storm. We've got friends scattered all over Florida. Got a co-worker that's Tarpon Springs, so just north of Tampa. Yeah, thank you, sir. Just north of Tampa, so he's kind of like right in the bullseye at the moment. And it's just for reference, it's Tuesday at about 5 p.m. Eastern time. And Sue can probably pan around and give you a view, but it is just wall-to-wall blue sky. Kind of gives a new meaning to the calm before the storm. So that's kind of where we're at. Nothing real big. The truck's been running good. Camper's been hauling good. We brought the car with us this time. We're going to leave that in Florida, I think, unless we find something else. But the truck, we've been fighting a little bit with the handling of it. And this time we decided that every time we stop, we're just going to make an adjustment in the front end alignment until we get it where we like it. And I think we're pretty close. So we're going to make another adjustment here this afternoon. We're also going to fill the water tank up on the camper, and we don't know what we're going to roll into Florida. Of course, if it's really, really bad, we've got friends down there that'll let us know. We'll just hang out here for longer. But if it's not bad, we'll probably roll on out of here Saturday and try to roll into our house in Florida on Sunday. Probably make one stop somewhere. But it's an interesting issue. If you're in an area like that and you have to get out of Florida. Campgrounds this time of year between here and Florida are pretty well booked up because everybody's migrating south. One of the things I heard somebody say was that they went into a Walmart that didn't allow overnight camping and said they were trying to bug out from a hurricane, and the Walmart told them, go ahead and park here. You can stay here a week if you need to. And it was very open. So you got to be creative if you're trying to get out of a place like that. Don't just assume you have to have a campground. We got lucky and got a KOA. But you can always, knock on the door at Home Depot and ask if you can stay in the parking lot to get away from the hurricane for a few days. You know, there's all sorts of options. But anyway, real short video today, but we just wanted to give you a heads up that we did not migrate all the way to Florida. We decided to not chance Ian, and yeah, we'll probably bring you back when we get down towards Florida and give you an update on if we got any storm damage, and just kind of start figuring out how to grow stuff in Florida. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.